We're going to have a little Q&A. And at the risk of sounding redundant, please make your answers genuine.
More KQFDAs in the morning. From this as to that as. This is a 1985, dude. Let's see. Do you think that there will ever be an iconic female slasher icon? Well, there already is one. Angela, Sleepaway Camp. Even though she has a penis. So I don't know. I think there should be. Okay. Number 2. You two awake to find you are locked inside a room with President Obama. Okay. And he has that smug smirk on his face. Also in the room with you two is my brother, who lost his active duty status. There are a plethora of weapons to choose from, but be careful. Because just as you three band together to try to brutally maul Obama, you see Eminem, Justin Bieber, Richard Simmons and Jesse James bust through the wall to try to help out Obama. What do you do? This is what I'd do. First of all, can't do anything to President Obama. He's got more snipers and Secret Service than I can even count. Second of all, I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think he's a bad president. Two different worlds. Don't underestimate the power of my brother, too, because he is brutal. Now, Eminem, Justin Bieber, they're getting beat down. They are getting the worst beating of their lives that they've ever even thought of. Now, for Jesse James, what I would do is duct tape Jesse James and Obama together and then have Richard Simmons talk to them until they kill themselves. That would do it. And I don't think it would take long either. Have you two ever seen the barely known horror flick called Christmas Evil? If so, what did you think of it? I don't believe I've seen that one, but I'm pretty sure Jamie has. So we'll have to get back to him on that. How do you think Freddy vs. Jason would have fared if it came out when it was originally intended to in the 80s, around the time that Friday the 13th Part 7 came out? Well, see, that's the problem. Is it took that long. It took from 1988 all the way to 2003 before they could even get a script together. Now, if it would have came out back then, let's see, Freddy would have been on Part 5 around then? Yeah, because Freddy's Dead didn't come out until 90-something. So, I don't know. I think it would have been, I think it would have done pretty well, because that's you're absolutely right. That's when the rivalry was really at its peak. So who knows how? I think it would have fared, like, money-wise or whatever. I think it would have done good. But how the movie would have went, man, that's a guessing game right there. Tell us one thing about yourselves that we, the viewers, would be surprised to know. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that, because I really don't know about that. I mean, try to be specific if you can. Try ask a direct question that, you know, it's gonna be hit or miss, obviously. But me and Jamie are always gonna be straight up with you guys. We're always gonna be honest and everything like that. But I don't know what you would be surprised if you knew it. So I'm going to have to draw a big question mark on that one. And P.S. Any updates on those autographed pictures? Yes, there is. And I'm glad you brought that up. As soon as we get all the dust to settle with you know, Jamie going out of town and everything like that, and because I'm gonna be working doubles and triples and everything like that. So they are on the way. What we want to do is we want to get the shots done in November, have everything pressed and ready to go in December, and our 2-year anniversary of January, have everything ready to go. Also, we're working on getting the horror hotline. All of this stuff we're going to be updating you when Jamie comes back on the next show next week. We're going to tell you where everything is, where everything stands, and when everything can be expected to be released. So I hope that helps you out. I mean, we got a lot of stuff in the works, but we want to get everything done to where we can concentrate. I've taken a administrative leave, if you will, from Southwest Ghost Hunters Association, and we really want to focus on the horror because November we're going to start getting our full-length horror movie off the ground and start getting that made. We have the director from Serotonin who's back on board to do the direction of the horror movie we got coming out, and we're going to give you updates, behind the scenes footage, all kinds of stuff, and hopefully use it as a guiding tool, if you will, to help all the other killers make their horror movies too. And we're going to see what happens. I mean, there's a new era of horror from the grave coming. I'm straight up telling you that. That's going to happen. That is going to happen. All right. Who are your Fab 5 YouTubers? Let's see. Ryan 1988, Shibli, Hellspawn, Sean Caution, Ask a Ninja. That shit's just funny. Eight the Chosen One, OD 666, a Gotham Cloth, Deepwater 909. I know that's more than 5, but I mean, fuck, man, there's so many killers I'm down with, and I watch their stuff that narrowing it down to 5 is just impossible. I mean, that's just off the top of my head. So, and this is from DJ Boy 3275, the gangsta with the shanksta, Southwest Detroit's pride killer right here. And that's what he was asking, your 5 favorite YouTubers. And there's more than 5, man. There's like, you know, if I'm in the mood to laugh or something, then I go to Ask a Ninja. If I want see what someone's perspective is on DVD reviews, then, you know, there's Mr. Parka, there's 8 the Chosen One. And he's always just crazy. So it's fun watching him with his UFC predictions and everything like that. Ryan 1988. You know, I'm really, really missing Resident Vania. I wish he would come back. You know, Alex the Hellspawn, when it's all about Mask, it's a Gotham Cloth, Deepwater 909. You know, Eversources, all of them. I mean, there's just so many. All right, let's move on. Shoot, there's just so many. I keep thinking of them here. There we go. Isham's Booming Words from Hell or ICP's Ringmaster. Well, I know Jamie would say Isham. That's his ninja, right? That's his boy. I'm going to go with Ringmaster, because that's the one that just hooked me. That's the era I got into ICP, was Ringmaster. Alright, Angela from Sleepaway Camp 2 or Angela from Night of the Demons. Who would win and why? I'm going to say Angela from Sleepaway Camp 2 because she is just brutal. I'm sure Angela from Night of the Demons will put up a good fight, but I'm going with Sleepaway Camp on that one. Who are your top 10 Scream Queens? Holy cow. Danielle Harris. Lar Park Lincoln. Jamie Lee Curtis. PJ Souls. Scout. What's her name from Nightmare on Elm Street 4 and 5? She's all famous now. I can't remember her name. There's quite a bit. Okay. How many fingers am I holding up, motherfuckers? I'm going to say 1. Love you guys. Keep up the good work. Sincerely, the Southwest Strangler, the Problem Child from Belle Isle, the Gangsta with the Shanksta, GJ Boy, 3275, man. Excellent questions. Thank you. Always good to hear from him. All right, Dark Breed 85, and he has questions for thou asses. How would you bring back Chrome Skull for Laid to Rest 2? It wasn't looking good for him at the end of the first movie. This is very true. If it was me directing, see, this is the kind of inspiration and imagination I like, is hearing that. If it was me, I'd have Chrome Skull in every major city, and each one uploading their recordings to some crazy snuff website. Let's see, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. How is he going to come back? How I would bring him back is when Laid to Rest 1 ends, the way he goes out, I would just have it to where he didn't go out, like, you know what I mean? Like, it just didn't faze him. Something intervened in his death that just makes him back for the second. And I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to turn out anyway. Favorite Evil Dead movie? First one, all day. Are either of you fans of Jackie Chan? If so, what is your favorite movie starring him? Mine is Legend of Drunken Fist, or Drunken Master. Yeah, Drunken Master. That one's mine. Because he's funny. All drunk and everything. And there's a lot of good action in it. So, yeah, I'm a fan of Jackie Chan. But he ain't beating Bruce Lee's ass. I'll say that. Alright, Dark Breed 85. Very cool questions. Here we go. Speak of the devil. A Gothen Cloth. Killer question, tapping that motherfucking ass. An emotionless man walks calmly into your tattoo studio. All the candles you have lit for Halloween are spread around. All flicker away from him as he walks closer to you. He stands there, stares at you with the most black and cold eyes you've ever seen. He hands you a list of all the tattoos he wants and where he wants them. He hands you the images and you realize that you have to cover his body in the most badass horror tattoos you have seen so far. You go into the private area to prepare your equipment. It's warm in there and very comfortable. You go out into the entrance and ask him to come back in the private area because he will be just in his underwear. Creepy. Because of where he wants the tattoos. You follow him and you realize the temperature drops in the private area. He removes his clothes. You stare at all the images and think, fuck, this is just too fucking cool. You start working on him and he sits there, blank look on his face. You know something is up. It's just fucking wrong. But you think, fuck, this is some sick ink I'm going to give him. It takes hours. And the finished pieces just look insane, and you're allowed to take photos. Well, of course I would. Take videos. He just stands there and pays with crumbled notes. He calmly walks out. You call everyone to come over and see the sick shit that you just did, and you spend a couple days trying to get your head around it. Everyone is stunned by your skill. 10 more people want the same tattoos, but make shitloads of money and make a lot of people happy. 20 more people want these tattoos, and you're making great money, feeling so proud that you've just pumped to keep going. A few days passes and someone runs into your studio and tells you something crazy fucking angel has slashed up all the Twilight fuckers, everyone involved in remakes, Jackie Earl, Eminem, etc. This is a long one. Okay. You can't believe you're hearing this. Life is just getting better and better. You switch on the TV and it's showing the news. The killings are all over. It started describing the killer and his tattoos. You realize it's the same guy that you inked the other day. Suddenly, they start talking about the new killings of random people. What do you do? Say nothing because all the sick ink that you did and the fact that he killed all the assholes you hate, or tell the cops what you know to catch him because he's just killing random people now. That's deep. That's deep. That is deep. I'm not going to say anything. Because as long as he doesn't kill people I'm in the know with or anything like that, and he's just going after, because he's got a pattern here. The Twilight people involved in remakes, Jackie Earl, Eminem. So he's like going after people that really, I'm not going to say deserve it, but they shouldn't get away unpunished either. So I'm just going to sit back and, you know, if the cops come to me, I'll be like, I just gave him tattoos. What'd he say? Nothing. So I'm not lying. Great in-depth killer question.